The Finance Ministry's communications at the World Economic Forum exploded once Chrystia Freeland took the job as minister. Today, I'll show you the documents to prove it.
And that's very serious. You know, I sometimes scare myself when I say that.
I have an access to information document package from the Finance Ministry regarding their communications with the World Economic Forum. Now, you can learn more about the World Economic Forum, who and what it is, and how it wants to control your life at exposethereset.com. Now, chaired by its founder, Klaus Schwab, the WEF aims to influence governments across the world to implement its vision and shape policies to comply with the organization's agendas, which include digital identities, carbon budgets, and a complete and total reset of the world's economies.
Political, economic, social, and ecological dimensions of every issue today are intertwined. So here we are, and you may ask, why do we have 400 sessions? It is to deal with all the aspects of our global system. Let's also be clear. The future is not just happening. The future is built by us, by a powerful community as you here in this room. We have the means to improve the states of the world.
The access to information request I have right now covers the years from 2015 to 2022. So all the years that the Liberals have been in power here in Canada. Now, I should tell you, there were only just a couple of letters exchanged between Bill Morneau, the previous finance minister, and the World Economic Forum. And I'll attach the documents in full so you can see for yourself. Now, once the Deputy Prime Minister, Chrystia Freeland, took over, the communications and participation at the World Economic Forum explode. Now, that should really surprise nobody, since Freeland also sits as a trustee on the World Economic Forum board, which, of course, is in direct conflict with her role as the Deputy Prime Minister and Finance Minister of Canada. Now, let's get into these documents. This story is made possible through your generous crowdfunded donations to our special investigations website, rebelinvestigates.com. So thank you in advance to everyone who makes this important work possible. This is why I publish these documents in full, because you paid for them, you should see them. On page 1, we see that first letter from former Finance Minister Bill Morneau. It's a love letter to the World Economic Forum. It's gross, but it's only one of 2 communications he had during the entire time that he was the minister. Thank you for your letter and kind words of gratitude. Being one of the largest gatherings of global leaders, I value the World Economic Forum's annual meeting for its opportunity to engage with a diverse group of attendees on a broad range of topics. Are they really all that diverse if they all think the same? Anyway, let's keep going. I would also like to take this opportunity to express my sincere appreciation to the WEF staff for the support provided to the Government of Canada. As we enter another ambitious year for the World Economic Forum, I look forward to a continued fruitful collaboration to pursue our common objective of achieving stronger, sustainable, and more inclusive global growth. Sincerely, William Francis Morneau. Now, on page 9 of these documents, we can see the World Economic Forum officials are in Ottawa with Freeland in late November 2021, when the governments around the country and across the world were canceling your Christmases. They were there to discuss how to work on, quote, shared priorities. On page 13 of these documents, we can see that the Finance Ministry reaches out proactively to the World Economic Forum to ask if they can suggest any panels that Chrystia Freeland could speak at. Now, on page 58, we can see the World Economic Forum suggests that Freeland speak on the Great Reset panel, and they keep telling us that the Great Reset is just some conspiracy theory, but if it were, why is our finance minister volunteering to speak on the Great Reset panel? Take a look at this. Forum President Borja Brende would like to invite the Deputy Prime Minister instead to speak at an upcoming session of our Great Reset dialogue series, Wednesday, 7th of October from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time under the theme Promoting Global Cooperation and Revitalizing the Multilateral System. On page 60, we can see that Finance Ministry bureaucrats want to know if Freeland will be invited to Davos in 2021. Actually, the World Economic Forum says, we've already invited her, friends. Look at this. And yes, I can assure you that Deputy Prime Minister Freeland will be invited to Davos. I'll note that she has actually already received an invitation, which I have attached. On pages 66 and 67, Freeland wants to be on an economic or trade-focused panel, and she asks if the speakers are set in stone a week before the session. She wants special treatment. On page 68, we can see that everybody involved is very friendly with Klaus Schwab. Look at this. I know Klaus, first name, would really love to have her join if at all possible. And that's for the 2022 Davos sessions. On page 75, we can see a briefing note from the Deputy Prime Minister for a call with the World Economic Forum. Look at this. January 8th call with World Economic Forum President Borge Brende. You have been invited to participate in a public and live-streamed panel entitled Implementing Stakeholder Capitalism on January 26th from 11:15 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time as part of the World Economic Forum's Davos agenda. During this panel, the World Economic Forum has suggested that you could discuss the broader economic elements of stakeholder capitalism, including inclusive growth and a green and sustainable recovery. This is interesting. The panelists in the event that Freeland is to speak at include Larry Fink, CEO of BlackRock. What does Freeland choose when the goals of the World Economic Forum conflict with those of Canada? Or has Freeland made it so that Canada's goals are directly aligned with the World Economic Forum? For Rebel News, I'm Sheila Gunn Reid. These documents were made available to Rebel News through access to information filing. If you'd like to help offset our research and filing fees, please consider making a donation to rebelinvestigates.com. And as always, thank you in advance to everyone who makes this important work possible.